Why I regretted buying the OnePlus 10R? Well, the reasons are very simple. Spoiler alert, I regretted buying this phone mainly because of the three reasons. The reason number one is the build quality. The reason number two is the camera. Yes. And the reason number three is the rebranding of this phone at the wrong time and at the wrong price. Alright, now let's understand all these 3 points in details. So without wasting any time, let's start my review of the OnePlus or the Oppo Plus 10R after 20 days of usage. Alright guys, so starting first with the build quality, then it's not great. I mean, OnePlus used plastic everywhere. The rear, the frames, everything is plastic, and it never happened before, at least in a very long time. Like even in a OnePlus Nord and Nord 2, we used to see glass back. Yeah, the frames are plastic in those 28,000 rupee phones, but at least the back quality is glass. So OnePlus didn't use any top-notch material. Like if you see the the predecessor of this 10R, the 9R, then here you will get glass body and aluminum frames. So comparing to this phone doesn't make any sense. And also when you hold this phone, the in-hand feel is very poor. I mean, it feels like you are holding a 15,000-20,000 rupee phone. So it doesn't give you a premium feel. I mean, looks aren't everything. The materials, the in-hand feel also matters, and that is definitely a disappointment in this phone. Now you may ask me that, why Samsung is not criticized for using plastic back on a 40 or 50,000 rupee phone. Then see, they also face criticism, but they, like especially the big two, Apple and Samsung, has the freedom to do some crazy things. They have that luxury to do, but OnePlus is still not reached at their level yet, so they can't do crazy things at crazy price. I mean, Chinese companies have to be very competitive. Like they have to make sure that what they are giving at what price. I mean, price to spec ratio matters the most when it comes to Chinese companies. Realme, Xiaomi, OnePlus, everyone has to make sure that what other companies are giving, like let's say in a 30,000 rupee phone or a 40,000 rupee phone, and according to that they are also trying to give the best in that price range. But Samsung and Apple doesn't focus much on the competition, especially Apple. Like in 2022 they launched a flagship phone without any high refresh rate, and even in 2021 the non-pro models comes with regular refresh rate, right? But still those phones did so well in terms of sales. They have a lot of loyal customers. Samsung is also on the same boat, but not very much, because after all Samsung is Android, but still they are safe with doing some crazy things because they have very good loyal audience. But that's not the case with the Chinese companies and with the OnePlus. So if Chinese companies will do this type of things, they face more criticism. So it's not always right to compare, one company to another company, because their targeted audience is different. Now let's talk about the cameras. So I compared this camera with the OnePlus 9R and the Realme GT Neo 3, and this phone sits at the bottom. The OnePlus 9R sits at the top, and Realme GT Neo 3 sits between both these phones. But like even in that video I said that I am expecting a better camera result on this phone as compared to Realme GT Neo 3, because even though the camera hardware is exactly the same, but maybe the image processing might be better in this phone because we are paying more money because of the brand value, and also it's a OnePlus phone, so it should be better in terms of cameras. But after comparing I was shocked, because the output was exactly the opposite of what I was thinking. Yes, the Realme GT Neo 3 was slightly better in every department than this phone, and OnePlus 9R simply destroyed both the 10R and GT Neo 3 in terms of camera. So I mean, even if you look this phone only like in terms of camera, like suppose that I'm not comparing this phone with any other phone, and for 39,000 rupees phone, if I think that how's the camera, then definitely guys, it's not justifying, it's not worth the price. Like you will just get 4K 30 FPS from the rear. You cannot switch between the lenses while recording the footage, and also you will not get OIS in 4K 30 and 1080p 60. You can shoot only 1080p 30 FPS max from the front camera. So in terms of video capabilities, this phone is not impressive, and in terms of photos, the dynamic range and the colors are fine, but still it lacks that premium image quality which you deserve in a 40,000 rupee phone. I believe that a lot of 30,000 rupee phone can also provide you much better image quality as compared to the OnePlus 10R. So that's the biggest disappointment, at least in my opinion. Now let's talk about the third thing, the rebranding. I mean, OnePlus launched this phone in hurry. They just, put that OnePlus logo, applied Oxygen OS on the top, and promised one more major Android updates as compared to Realme GT Neo 3. I mean, here you will get 3 major Android updates, 13, 14 and 15. In Realme GT Neo 3 you will only get 2. So these are the only differences, and you have to pay 2000 more for OnePlus 10R, and if you apply card offer, then the difference is of 7000 rupees between the 10R and the GT Neo 3. So with this huge price difference, GT Neo 3 is my pick any day. But suppose that you are someone who doesn't want Realme branding and also you want better software experience, because in Realme you will see bloatwares. However, you can uninstall most of them. You will also see ads in the UI of Realme, but you can block most of the ads as well. But still, in terms of software experience, this phone is far better than the Realme GT Neo 3, and also you will get more Android updates here. So because of these reasons, maybe you don't want to buy Realme phone, you want only OnePlus phone, then OnePlus 9R and 9RT is a far better option. Now I see some comments regarding that it's the latest phone, so that's why it's better than 9R and 9RT. Then this is a very childish statement, because latest is not always the greatest and best. I mean, 6-month-old, 1-year-old phone can provide you a better overall package. So that's why I will not recommend this phone. But if we talk about the other things of this phone, then the speakers are very good. The haptic feedback is also very good. The display of this phone is also fantastic. But the display, I mean, the brightness, the peak brightness is definitely better in the OnePlus 9R, surprisingly. However, you can also see the on-screen content even in direct sunlight in OnePlus 10R as well, quite well, no problems. And if you talk about the battery and performance, then that's also crazy in this phone, no problem. Battery is very good, performance is good, the CPU performance is very good. There is no heating issue in this phone. That's a very good thing. I mean, OnePlus 9R heats a bit more as compared to 10R. You can watch my full comparison video. After watching this video, I made a dedicated comparison between the OnePlus 9R and the 10R. And overall, now 60 FPS mode in PUBG is also available. Earlier when I unboxed this phone, 30 FPS was the max, but now after the OTA update, they unlocked the 60 FPS version as well. So now you can use the full potential of the 8100 max processor. So I mean, this phone is good in everything, but the build quality, the cameras and the pricing is not worth. I mean, as an overall package, this phone is not good. And to be very honest, I didn't regret buying this phone, because I was well aware that what I purchased. But you know what, I just wanted to test this phone personally so that I can make a review video like this, and I burned my own money to save your money, okay, to save your 39,000 or let's say 40,000 rupees. So definitely don't buy this phone. If you want OnePlus phone only, then I already told you 9R and 9RT is a better option, and at less price there are a lot of options from Realme and Xiaomi and iQOO. And if you want a phone from Samsung, then you will get a very good phones for 40-50,000 rupees as well, like S21 FE. So yeah, these are my recommendations, but definitely don't go for this phone. Save your money, and if you find this video helpful and enjoyable, then give me a like. And if you are an existing OnePlus 10R users, then please don't angry on me. You can share this video with your friends and you can ask them if I am saying correct things or not, and if they will say that yeah, he is saying correct things, then come back here and give me a subscribe. And if you think that I am not saying right thing, then tell me that why you think that OnePlus 10R is a better phone than the previous OnePlus R models. And other viewers can also share their own opinions, like what you think about this video, my content, and how I can improve more. And you can write any other things. Let's connect in the comment box. And thank you for watching. I will see you very soon in my next video. Until then, bye bye, take care.